Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to cover all the things that you need to know about Norwexing your kitchen. This is probably one of the questions I get asked the most often, and so we're going to cover everything in this video right here. Okay, the first thing we're going to talk about is just how awesome these cloths are. And you literally just use the Norwex cloths with water alone, and it's going to remove all the bacteria from your surfaces, just a cloth and water. Now, we have the Enviro cloth, which is our flagship gold standard cleaning cloth. In fact, it's how Norwex got started almost 30 years ago. You can clean anything and everything with the Enviro cloth, inside your home and outside your home. Well, what we want right now is a moment of truth, because you need to know that these cloths actually work. So here's some Glow Germ. This is not made by Norwex, but this is simulated bacteria, and it's going to glow under a black light. So let's see what we have. We're going to spread it all around my Norwex cutting board. If you haven't seen these before, they are amazing. And we're going to just try disinfecting wipe, okay? And we're going to see what happens when we clean a surface with disinfectants. Now, it doesn't have to be a wipe. It could be a spray disinfectant. We're just going to see what happens to our surfaces when we clean this off. Now, we don't want to eat sanitizer pizza, right? We don't want to have a sanitizer breakfast omelet for our kids. Look at what's left on our surface. You see how we just kind of smeared it all around? Now, disinfectants also require a potable water rinse when using it on a surface that comes in contact with food. That's all the kitchen does, right? It's everything foodie in here. So this is where chemicals are really not needed in our home. Now I'm going to take a Norwex bamboo cloth. This is wet with just water alone. I'll talk about the bamboo cloths in a minute. And we're going to see what happens on half of the cutting board and see how well we clean, right? So we're going to wipe half of this off, go right down the middle, get that in the little nooks and crannies. Let's check it out. This is the side we just cleaned with the Norwex bamboo cloth and just water. Look at the disinfectant side. That's crazy. And let's say we're cleaning multiple surfaces in our house. Like, we go from one counter to the next. And what's going to happen with those disinfectants? Let's wipe the board again. See how it just smeared it back around? How crazy is that? Now, the average person, the average home spends about $600 a year just in cleaning supplies. So using Norwex cloths and just washing them over and over again will save you so much time and so much money. Okay, so let's look at our surface again one more time and see what we have. Yikes, right? Now let's take our wet bamboo cloth and we're gonna see how well the bamboo cloth does. I love the bamboo cloth, you guys. And honestly, it doesn't have to be a Norwex bamboo cloth. It can be any Norwex cloth. It could be a kitchen cloth. Look how clean, it's so awesome. A kitchen cloth, a counter cloth, or Enviro cloth. You're literally just gonna get them wet with water and go to town. So clean, no streaks, no chemicals, no yuck. Guys, Norwex microfiber has the ability to remove up to 99% of bacteria from a surface with just a cloth and water alone. Now, so all of these cloths that are from Norwex have three things that make them very, very special. The first thing is the size of the fiber. I mean, look how tiny that is. It's 1/200th of a human hair. They also have a star-shaped weave. So when I was cleaning that board, those star-shaped weave kind of sucks everything up into the cloth. It creates a capillary effect instead of smearing it around like our disinfectants did. The third thing that makes them really amazing is that they have silver inside. Silver is a natural antibacterial, a natural antimicrobial, and it's going to self-purify your cloths. Our silver is called Backlock, and it is amazing. Like, seriously, you're just going to hang them dry between uses, wash them once a week, and they are going to last you years and years. Plus, you'll never get that smelly cloth. We've all had, right, smelly kitchen cloths, kitchen towels in the past. The silver also prevents the stinky smells from mold, mildew, and bacteria. How great is that? We also have kitchen cloths in very pretty kitchen colors. We have two types of weave. We have a diamond weave, which is this one right here, or we have a ribbed or a channel weave. Now these are just like the EnviroCloth, but they're 14% less dense. And that just means that they're really, really good at picking up crumbs, grease, and all the other nasty messes we're gonna have in the kitchen. But not only do they pick them up really well, they release it well too when you go to rinse them out, which is awesome. And you're gonna wanna rinse in between uses and just hang to dry. We also have, like I said, the kitchen towel, which I absolutely love. You can find this everywhere in my house. My previous cotton towels used to smell so bad within maybe a day of use. These also have silver in them, just like our kitchen cloths. And the silver is gonna prevent all the nasty, funky things from growing in your towels. So they're gonna stay fresher longer. To tell you the truth, I literally have these everywhere. All over the kitchen, in our bathrooms, at my utility sink, you name it, you can find them in so many different colors too. And honestly, I just like knowing that we can wipe our hands dry dishes, dry surfaces that we're gonna eat off of, and it's gonna remove all the nasty. They have the silver in them, they self-purify, and there's no need to worry about any of that nasty stuff getting on our family or the plates and things like that that we're eating off of. Plus, as I mentioned, they remove bacteria, so I'm totally winning over here. So the next thing we're gonna cover is paper towels. I know it is like so easy. I did it for so long, like 30 years. It is so easy just to grab a paper towel, spray, wipe, toss it in the trash, but just think about like all that money you are throwing away, sending to a landfill, and then having to buy it over and over and over again. We used to probably get a case a week, if not a case every 2 weeks from Costco. We have countercloths. Countercloths are the same size as half a paper towel. You can also get this cute countercloth box set if you want. You can sit this in on your kitchen counter. You can sit it on the table, use them as cloth napkins. I send these in my husband's lunch so he can wipe his hands before he eats and use them as a napkin. So really awesome, and I just hang mine over the house to dry. We also have the bamboo cloth, which I used just a little bit ago. This is seriously one of my all-time favorites at Norwex. It is super scrubby. It's made of very sustainable bamboo, but it also has our microfiber and our silver in it. So in your kitchen, if like you choose nothing else, get yourself a bamboo cloth. You'll love it. It is so scrubby, so useful. You just get it wet with water and use it to clean up all the messes. I mean, we're talking dried on food, grease, splatter, your backsplash, name it. It is awesome. And just rinse it in between, and I just throw everything in the wash together at the end of the week. It's amazing. We also have really great scrubbies for your kitchen. So I've shared these many times. These are the Sperry sponges. They come in a pack of 2. They're super scrubby. I use them a lot of times to do the dishes. I'll use it with cleaning paste for various jobs around the house. Clean my stove top, works so inside the oven even. These are great, but they're non-scratching. So you can do all the tough jobs with them, but they're not going to scratch the good things, right? So your good pampered chef or whatever you're using. We have Enviro sponges. These are pretty cool. I love doing dishes with these too. The Enviro sponge has a scrubby on one side and then an Enviro cloth on the other side. So scrub it and then wipe it away and you're removing all that bacteria. You can also use these with Norwex dish liquid and throw them in the washer when they're dirty, which is a win. We also have these netted dishcloths. Wow, these are so good. I use this for so many hacks for this. I use it to do dishes. It's kind of like you know, those things we had when we were kids that would be in the shower, like those scrubbies. Well, this suds up your dish liquid just as good, and then removes all the food particles like off your pots and pans. And then since it's just net, you rinse it out and everything comes out of that netting so easy. If it gets really dirty, just throw it in the washing machine. You can use this to soak up grease from burgers, like put it on a plate. You put it in your sink if you're chopping up, chopping up veggies and catch all of the things you're gonna throw away or whatever. I mean, these are awesome. And then we have Sperry nets. And Sperry nets are your tough, like hard working. These are 100% stainless steel. They will never rust. And these are really great, like inside the oven, if you have some stuck on stuff. They can scratch, so be careful with them. But my husband loves these. He has multiple out in the garage. He has one that's all stretched out that I think he's been using for 2 years and he won't give it up. So awesome scrubbing options for the kids. Let's talk about dishes, like my favorite chore in the world. We're gonna start with the Norwex dish liquid. It is awesome, guys. It's biodegradable. There's no dyes, no synthetic fragrances, no phthalates, no phosphates. This stuff is awesome. I like using it in our kitchen, our soap dispensing kitchen scrub brush. This holds 1.5 ounces of Norwex dish liquid, which gives me 25 pumps. Brush works great. It has like a scraper on the back for those things that are stuck on. This is great when you don't want to get your hands in the water. The bristles, the handle, and the button, they all have silver in them. How cool is that? So it's not going to get funky. Nothing's going to start growing in it. You know, all the things, right? And I have it sitting on the porcelain sink organizer. I love this. I have it in bathrooms, in my kitchen. Now, if you like to use your dishwasher, which I do, this is what I'm going to recommend. I'm going to recommend the Norwex Ultrazyme. It's plant-based, and also the Rinse Aid. They're both plant-based. The Rinse Aid helps with water spots, especially if you have hard water. These are awesome because you aren't using harmful chemicals to clean your silverware, your plates, your glasses. And some dishwashing detergents can be extremely harsh and even dangerous for children. If you read the ingredients, read your labels, and know what products you're using in your home, especially in your kitchen and on your dishes. This Ultrazyme has enzymes in it, so it helps break down the buildup on your dishes and even inside your dishwasher. That's pretty genius. And because it's plant-based and has enzymes, it's going to work without toxic chemicals to get the job done. And hey, I've got a public service announcement for you guys. If you didn't know, the dishwasher has a filter. Go check it out. You might need to clean it. I did. It's in the bottom of the dishwasher. Pull it out and scrub that thing clean. Here's a great hack for you. If you're a coffee drinker like me, put a little bit of Ultrazyme inside a coffee cup, let it soak, and let it eat away at all the nasty buildup. Wash it, dry it, and you're good to go for the next time. I know a lot of people, a lot of consultants and customers use the Ultrazyme to unclog drains and even toilets. So this is a Norwex consultant hack, but try it and see what happens. You might find that it cleans out your drains pretty well. And the reason why that works so well is because it is enzyme based and it eats away and breaks down that buildup or whatever is clogging the drain, which is pretty awesome. This is a must in my house. Now, I also like the Biozyme, which is great for hand washing dishes. If you like a foaming dish soap, grab one of these Forever spray bottles and the Biozyme, and you're really going to be happy. This stays foamy in the jar. The Biozyme is extremely concentrated. It has enzymes in it, and one of these is going to make 3 of these. How great is that? So you're just going to use a little bit, mix the rest with water. It stays foamy like I mentioned. You're going to spray it on your dishes, in the sink. Let them sit for a second and then clean them off. I've even cleaned food stains off area rugs, especially on New Year's Eve when we had a lot of kids over and there were a lot of food stains on my carpets and area rugs. I use this, it cleaned it so well, and it's just really awesome for hand washing dishes. Has a nice pleasant scent as well. It's lime scented, and so nice and refreshing for the kitchen. So this is our awesome dish mat. I use this a couple times a day, of course when I'm doing dishes, but also if I'm washing off produce and things like that. It's foldable, fits in drawers easily. It has a mesh side and a soft microfiber side. You want to dry this, use it mesh side up when you're drying things. It holds 7 times its weight in water, so nothing's going to be dripping all over your counter. It also has silver in it, so it's never going to get funky. I love this. It's a nice little hang tag. One more item I forgot to mention is our degreaser. It is ultra concentrated. This is awesome if you have a lot of greasy things in your kitchen, like the top of your range hood, your stove top, or counters, maybe after cooking bacon. You know how messy that can be. If you're splattering oil all over, this is really good. And this also gets diluted. So one of these makes several of these, and it's great on any greasy, oily messes. We also use it in the garage. So let's talk about produce. We have an awesome produce wash and a fruit and veggie scrub cloth. You just get this wet with water, clean your apples, scrub down the outside of carrots, potatoes, sweet potatoes, really anything that needs a good scrub. I don't even peel my vegetables anymore. I just scrub them clean, and then I'm able to retain that essential fiber and extra nutrients. Sometimes the skin of vegetables or produce has more nutrients than the inside. So I love this. I also love using the produce wash, which is great for anything you can't scrub. Think of like, blueberries, strawberries, grapes, anything. You can just spray this directly on the produce, or I use a cap full in a bowl of water. I let the produce soak, and then I rinse and eat. It's so easy. It's plant-based. It has enzymes in it. It's biodegradable. It effectively removes all the unwanted chemical residue, dirt residue, also fertilizer, bacteria, pesticides, things like that. It can also help to extend the life of your produce. It does not contain anything harmful, no phthalates, no phosphates, no SLS. It's amazing if you want clean fruits and vegetables. And you would be amazed how dirty the water is once you soak them. Even in things that like is triple washed and ready to eat, you'd be amazed. Now on the topic of produce, fruits and vegetables, we're gonna talk about our cutting boards. They're awesome. We have 3 sizes. We have the mini, we have a medium, and then a large. These are made with rice husk, which is important because cutting boards made out of plastics can leach those plastics into your food. And you definitely don't want to put anything acidic on your cutting boards and then cut into them. It leaches out. These are super strong. Rice husks are very durable. I never get knife marks, ridges where the bacteria can get trapped. I used to have a wood one that was nasty. It also has a nice trim on the back, which is a food grade silicone that prevents it from sliding around or off of your counter when you have a sharp knife in your hand. Very important. And a nice rim, so that if I'm cutting up meat or fish or something like that, none of the juices are going all over my counter as well. And we're on that same topic of produce. We're going to talk about the Norwex refrigerator drawer liners. These are awesome. They're ultra absorbent, reusable cloths that help your produce stay fresher longer in the refrigerator. They do come in a set of 2. They're sized perfectly to fit inside a refrigerator drawer. And they're simple, but really effective. They can extend the life of your produce by 2 weeks. They've been tested for that. They have silver in them, so they're absorbing the moisture, any bacteria, any debris that's coming off of your produce. So it also helps keep your produce drawers clean, helps your produce from not rolling around, not bumping into each other, or getting bruised. These are really great, and when they're dirty, I just toss them in the washing machine, once a week, once every 2 weeks, and they're awesome. So those are the highlights of our kitchen. Literally the entire time I've been talking to you guys, I've been standing on the Norwex chenille mat. It is so awesome. It's nice and cushiony. It has silver in it, of course. And boy, it looks great in my kitchen. It's a really nice neutral oatmeal color. And we can't forget about the mop. The mop is awesome. We'll talk about that more in another video. But I would use nothing else to clean my kitchen floors, and they get messy. The Norwex mop is basically your Enviro cloth and your dust mitt for your floors. So I will see you guys soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for stopping by my kitchen.